little guy that's
I will
in that
try not to
machine.
make too many mouth noises.
All right, we're rolling. Let me make sure these are rolling. Okay, it's going.
We're doing it.
Look at us.
It's happening.
Doing it. Hey.
Are you here? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Welcome to the Gospel According to Me. Oh my gosh. I'm Jennifer.
I was about to say the best gospel there is, but that's
That's a little sacrilegious.
not right.
That's not okay.
Sorry, Jesus. It's not right.
Sorry, Jesus.
Sorry.
Nope.
And today joining us is my friend Shaylee.
No.
You're getting
No.
that?
No.
I can't play with that?
No,
No.
you need to not
Reprimanding already.
Oh, see, he
he
just
yells
now
at
he wants to
you.
be the puppeteer.
I'm the producer.
Okay.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Can I do this?
I don't care if you do that.
Is that
the
too
face
loud?
for
Hey.
me?
It's about you.
It's all about me. So
I'm
talk
a
about
fan.
me. You know what I used to do when I
Did
was
you introduce her?
I did. I said Shaylee's
Yeah,
here.
She said
Okay.
my name.
Her last name is O'Neill.
Oh, good.
Sometimes
I'm glad
it's Simeone. But
yeah, because that's how I know you from your Instagram.
that's my musical
Are
name.
you? Did you take your husband's last name though?
I did, but I
Yeah.
still do like my musical stuff under Simeone. And
Yeah.
so, which that hurt Ryan's feelings
Did it?
a little bit.
Yeah, but Simeone is so
It's
sexy.
Just, I mean, thank you. It's Italian.
Is it?
Italian's a little sexier than Irish. No offense.
Does
that
that offends
offend?
Irish people?
I mean,
Well,
it's like
Simeone.
Simeone. Like that's how you
Oh,
say
it's
it.
Simeone?
Like, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. Tell us about your
It was
music.
mostly like the
But-
alliteration too, and just laziness. I had already like kinda,
Yeah,
you know,
once
it
you've
was
already
just-
got your Instagram going.
I know.
yeah.
I had like a whole like 200 people. It was just too many.
Well,
to
it
just
would be
switch
confusing for
over.
those people.
It's
They
a
would
lot.
be lost.
The fans, tens of fans, would have been confused.
Same. Same.
Confused. So
That's how I think that all 10 of our fans were probably so confused when Jeremy dumped this podcast onto me.
I know.
They weren't actually. In fact, the response was great,
Oh, we
And-
do have some comments,
and they seemed to understand it way more than you did.
apparently.
Well, I mean, it's hot stuff. I'm a fan.
Ah, well, thanks.
I get to spend more time with Shaylee than you do.
You do.
'Cause-
You know Shaylee better
I'm a
than
client.
me. You are. Yeah, you'll
I
have to tell us
am.
about that. Like how you feel about that, how those sessions go. Jeremy's going to put some lip gloss on.
hot
That's all
gloss.
watch.
Not lip gloss.
Oh my gosh, that is lip gloss.
It actually is lip gloss.
It's popping.
Okay.
Let's hear about it.
It's not lip.
It's popping.
It
Is
is lip oil.
popping.
It's Elf.
It's
lip.
clear, but she put some on me a couple of months ago,
He needed chapstick. All we had was my.
and
that.
I was like, "What is that?" Because
He
it
loved
felt so
it.
good and it stayed so long.
And the answer to that question is lip gloss.
It lasted. It lasted so long.
So next time you're in a session
That's
and
what
it
she
looks
said.
like he's got.
I knew you.
Oh,
Did
no,
you want to say
I
it?
did a little.
Did I miss it?
I'm so okay. We're going to talk about it later, but your humor is very not millennial.
Oh, what is it?
No,
It's you can hang with a Gen Xer, which is uncommon.
Is that good or bad?
It's fabulous.
Oh.
Are
it's
you
good
kidding?
for us.
Okay. Is it bad for me?
No, it's
No.
great. No, it just means you're cool. But a
Oh.
lot of millennials do not understand sarcasm or Gen X humor at all. In fact, I looked it up
Shame on them.
because we're going to talk about millennials today.
Oh,
little bit.
sweet.
Well, we are very special.
Yes, you think you are.
Did you prep?
A little
For
bit.
this?
A little bit. But yeah.
We
yes,
love a
you
good prep.
definitely think you are.
I don't really want to rush past the lip gloss, but we can. We can move on if we need to. But it's
Well-
not chapstick, just to be clear.
The Gen Xers grew up thinking, we're doing this all for you. You should feel, really blessed because we're making a life for you that was better than the life we had. So Gen Xers grew up with this guilt. So our sarcasm and humor is just
The
all
best.
But our experience
best.
with millennials is a very snowflake kind of
That
experience.
we're snowflakes?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. We're sensitive.
I mean, I don't know if you're as snowflakey as Gen Z.
I was going to say, that's the thing, is that I feel like Gen Z, I'm like,
They're
I
taking it
can't
another step
say
farther.
anything. Yeah, the
No.
sensitivity is, wow.
It's very, very.
But I get it. We are, yeah. We're a lot, but it's hard. Okay, wow. I was about to do
it's so hard.
I was literally about to just prove your point.
To be a millennial.
It is because we have the pressure from you guys.
Oh, yes, we're so hard
Yeah,
on you.
You are hard on us. And then we have the pressure of the youngins being like, you guys aren't cool. And so we're just getting told by everyone that we're not enough.
You guys are getting ripped up by the
getting
Gen
ripped
Z.
up, okay?
They are hating on you guys.
Hating on us. And we gave them so much. Look at all the 90s trends that we're just handing over to you. Have you walked through Target?
I feel like we're handing them over, but whatever. You were too young to be in trend in the 90s. How old were you?
Well, I was born in 87. So
you were a baby. Your mom was dressing you. Thank you, Gen X.
thank you, Mom. Yeah. I mean, I was like, the early 2000s were more when I like had a fashion sense.
Yeah.
And it was rough.
I
That
do
was a
feel
rough
like
time.
I do feel like those fashions are coming back as well.
They are. If you walk through Target, it's scary.
It feels like you're walked into an episode of Gilmore
It
Girls.
feels like someone raided my closet. It's troubling, but
I love it though.
This is already boring.
For you.
Oh my gosh.
you're
I'm
so
regretting
bored.
this already.
Okay, so
Okay.
should we do comments really quick?
You can if
We
you want to
can.
go through them. I mean, there's a couple on there that are harsh, but
Oh, geez.
there's only one. Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm scared.
No, don't be scared. Just read them through.
Okay, WV Angel 1974. Hello, Gen X. This episode was amazing. Love you guys. Thanks. Meredith Callum, I don't know. Callum by his 8. No, anyway. This was great. Jennifer, you survived your first episode. I do think having Jeremy on with you is good. I agree. He has a lot of good thoughts to contribute to the conversation. Contribute.
Stephanie
if
says
you
you're boring.
do a 30-year reunion house concert, please record it so we can watch it too. Jennifer, Stay Fresh Cheese Bags has to be your piece outline.
Agreed.
It's too good. You like it?
I really do.
Did you see the meme?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of the best.
Yeah.
Shaylee, I don't know if you've ever used a microphone before, but you need to be up kind of on it. There you go.
All up on it.
I don't know that she has ever.
I have never used
Whatever.
one. But I'm sorry to disappoint you already so much.
I want to get to the harsh one, kind of. I don't know. Should I just read through these?
Well, I mean, they're not that many. I didn't.
Okay,
print
feels
up
like a
that
lot.
many.
Okay,
No.
Joe Blue 354. I appreciate you making this and love watching. Aw. I always feel like I'm sitting on the other side of the table watching the tennis match back and forth.
Isn't that nice?
That's so sweet.
The reason I wanted you to read these is because all week she's been like, I don't think people like it as much. And I've been telling her, look, more people have listened and watched than normal. And so they do.
It's
They-
because of your lip gloss. Our lack, well, I don't think that's what it means. But anyway, 9574. I listen to Charlie Kirk podcast every morning on my way to work. I'm still struggling that he will never be in this world again. It's such a great loss. Amen.
We talked a lot about Charlie last week.
Yeah.
So heartbreaking.
Good
still.
thing we did.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, Brian from Texas. Hey, Brian. Y'all captured how I feel. Like I know y'all since I've been following you for almost 30 years. But I've never had an in-person conversation with you. But I feel like I've had many. That must be strange for you because I'm sure there are many like me. And it was so therapeutic listening to you talk about your feelings about what happened to Charlie. It was such a terrible thing, and it's been amazing so far watching God use something that was intended for evil to do so many great things in so many lives. Gosh, it is wild.
Y'all did a really good job processing that, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank
It
you.
really was.
Did you watch some of the memorial?
A little bit of it.
Man.
Yeah.
You couldn't watch much.
It was a lot. In a good way. Like,
In a good and
was-
bad way, I have to say.
yeah.
The pyrotechnics, I think, could have gone. We didn't need those.
Yeah.
Those were a little much.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
It was a little much for his widow to be walking out to pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
Even though whenever RFK was first joined to Trump, remember when they first came together in Arizona and they had it was at a Trump rally and he came out to Foo Fighters, There Goes My Hero. Remember that? Surely you do because
yes.
we're RFK people. Anyway, pyrotechnics. That was Charlie's production. And it makes me think maybe he was really into that.
Oh.
Okay.
So he produced
Okay.
that whole, he actually was very instrumental in bringing them together.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's a big RFK fan, or he was, yeah.
Let me ask you girls something about RFK real quick. 'Cause
Sure.
Yes, he's hot.
I love naming stuff, and I know you both love RFK. But I've been trying to figure out a name, like a catchy name for his bandwagon. Like I'm a member of the whatever.
I know Maha is just terrible.
Tell me how.
It is kind of terrible.
Tell me how this lands on you.
All right, let's hear it.
The RFKKK.
Oh my
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. How about the RFK clan?
Okay.
We can use clan.
Worst.
RF clan. No.
There's no more K's could be
Okay.
involved in this.
All right.
No.
Only one K is allowed. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of my mom's story. My mom and dad were visiting a church back in Missouri. And you know the turn and greet your neighbor thing.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom were Ken and Kathy. That my dad's name was Ken and my mom's
That's
name was
really
Kathy.
cute.
And she turned around to meet this guy, this guy behind them who happened to be black. His name was Kevin. And he introduced himself. She's like,
no.
"Oh, we're Ken and Kathy. KKK."
No.
Yep, she said it right to his face. Yep, she did.
What did he say?
He just looked at her. I'm sure he never came back. He probably thought, "Oh, you just gave me a signal of
Yeah.
I'm not welcome."
Yeah.
Right?
run,
Isn't that
run,
terrible?
Sir, run.
Oh my gosh, she just wanted to die. All right.
Oh,
Gerber
no.
Daisy, I completely see how differently the left and the right react under anger and grief, but I don't think that's spelled right, antidote, that is becoming harder and harder to remain moderate. Not sure if you would like to bring that on the table for the TGatJ Jennifer, the gospel according to Jennifer, or if I may be being too cautiously vague, but I would love to hear your initial thoughts. Also, would be very interested in hosting a Kickstarter. Oh my gosh.
2 people.
Ah.
Andy, the guy that called you out for calling Drew fat,
Yeah.
he is all in. He's like, I got your Kickstarter. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
do it, Gerber Daisy and
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah. So I was thinking maybe I could get a Zoom call with you and those 2.
Let's do it. And
Okay.
you. Well, I mean,
Okay.
you wrote the song, so
did.
I feel like it was my
Do
guitar.
you even know what song we're talking about?
I'm super into that. Please do that.
She
Okay.
doesn't know.
Of course I do. One of these days.
Yeah.
One
You
of
didn't
these
listen-
days.
Yes.
Do not
on.
do not judge Shaylee's music on that.
Okay, first of all, that was excellent.
I actually feel
That's
like,
exactly how I sing.
I think the whole sad Jesus music concept is pretty great. So we do
you.
need to talk about
Oh, we're
that.
going to talk about
Thank
it.
you.
Okay. Okay.
That was a perfect example of my music, and please find me. Yes. First of all, I love that song, and I grew up listening to that song.
You did?
Yes.
Why did I think you didn't know who we were?
I don't know, but I'm
But you
offended.
didn't. But you didn't listen. I thought you weren't a Christian music person or something.
No, I mean, I was like a private school kid. So, I was driving
that
a
was all
private
you were
school
listening
in
to.
KLTY.
That's all you were able to listen to. Your parents were.
That Big Fish, please.
Oh, we're sorry about
You're
that.
welcome.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank
And
you.
He says you're welcome. Okay. Ricky Mills. Not sure if this is the mode to chime in, but yes, the President of the United States in multiple times has called people fascist. I enjoy your podcast at times. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
But when I hear one-sided blaming for the other naming fascist, when the chief executive does it, and it's not even mentioned, sorry you lose me. Bless you.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, Ricky.
Uh-oh.
I hate to hear that. Oh my gosh, guess who's next?
Wait, can we talk about that?
No, we're skipping right over it.
I feel like we need to
Ricky.
address that a little
Hot
bit.
water spout. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, we need you.
We need
only
Ricky.
have tens of listeners, so please, Ricky, don't go away.
Yeah.
I
Ricky.
am, it's hard. And I was going to actually talk about this today because we're going to talk about the RFK thing that came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Because
Did you listen to the whole thing?
I've
Listened to only like
I
half of
only
it.
heard some of it. Listen,
Girls, you got to stop banging the table.
I'm sorry. Guess who's
Okay.
coming in?
Oh, Archie.
Speaking of banging the table,
Hey, we're recording a podcast.
come say hi. Just come wave.
We have millennial,
Hi.
and now we have Gen Z.
No, you're not in it.
We're going to zoom it.
Oh, I love a hutch.
Hi.
Oh, I thought it was going to be maybe a hug.
You
but
heading
no,
up?
it's
You heading
not
up to
a hug.
shave? What? You heading up to shave? All right.
Nope. He's going
Yep.
werewolf. He's going werewolf.
The reason I thought we should talk about this is, you talked last week about gaslighting.
Yes.
And how you feel like you're being gaslit. And I totally get your point. However, there are some of us who, when the Donald
Get that?
started to run for president in 2016 and through that whole first term, when all of the Christian right evangelicals were just excusing all of this. Not and I understand for some people it's not important. It felt like gaslighting for me. I was like, okay, does anybody? I mean, these are the people that we tried to impeach. We tried to impeach Clinton for this, and now we're just going, oh yeah, whatever. You know, he's just a human.
Time out.
He's just a human.
What did we impeach Clinton for?
Well, okay, I don't want to get into a fight.
I'm asking your question. We
wanted to impeach Clinton for his misdeeds in the White House, in the Oval Office. I realize, but
with an intern.
Right, but we're saying this is unbecoming for a president.
Okay, but with an intern in the Oval Office is different than words.
Okay, in my opinion, the evangelicals at that point were just like
giving him a pass.
Yeah,
I get it.
And that felt a little like gaslighting to me. Like I'm seeing this with my own eyes. I'm hearing this, and this would not be excusable, but for him, I mean, not just Jennifer, my mom, everybody else. It's locker room humor. I'm like, okay.
Are you talking about the Billy Bush tapes?
I'm talking about anything like that. And it felt a little like gaslighting. Quote?
So my question is the grab them by the...
Yes. I think we're supposed to say vagina. I think we've learned that we say penis and vagina now. We don't call it anything else.
We don't call it a...
That is what I teach my kids.
I like hoo-ha better.
I like hoo-ha.
It seems more fun.
Yeah, vagina's so clinical. But
do you get my point?
Can I make a point?
I get your point.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of. I think it's different.
There's a lot of gaslighting. What you said was, I'm seeing this with my own eyes, and they're telling me I'm not.
What I'm seeing is the violence on one
right.
side and not the other. And
correct.
They're saying we're all violent.
Correct. But I'm saying we're all getting a little bit gaslit.
Okay.
And I think that's what Richard is trying to say.
His name is Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I went with the proper name.
Okay. You don't know that's his name.
I like that you assume he's a Richard.
Yes.
I mean, self-proclaimed Ricky. I hear what you're saying.
Okay, I feel like I hear the words you're saying. I do think that the Billy Bush tapes, anyway, they didn't bother me. I don't know.
Okay.
I thought they were, he tries to be funny to a fault. This is what I was going to say about Trump from yesterday. Like this is coming out days after, but the talk that they gave yesterday about Tylenol. Trump talked first.
Yeah.
He just needs to shut up. I mean, his hyperbole.
It's
right?
awful.
It's out of control. But I take it as funny, but
I think that's how you get by it.
Honestly, but I do think it's funny.
I think that's how you cope. And that's
I don't know if
fine.
It's coping. I just think it's funny.
But I want someone someone at some point to admit this is enough. Come on.
Okay.
I mean,
I can't listen to him talk.
It's so stressful.
Because it stresses me out. And because I know that I don't agree with a lot that comes out of his mouth, or his personality or him as a person.
Right.
I can't sign off on.
Right.
And so there's part of me that's kind of I just want you to pass the policies and sign the papers and just do the things you got to do and stop talking and stick to the script.
Just stick to the script.
Just be at the memorial and say the nice things about the man that died.
Yeah.
And for 15 minutes.
That was rough.
And then exit.
Yeah.
And then
so
agreed.
I don't know how much, I think I've talked, y'all know about my family and our background with autism, and this is a battle we've been fighting for 9 years. So I've known a lot about this. This has been a huge deal for us. So we've been waiting for this news and all this stuff, and it's meant so much to us. And so even him getting up there at the beginning, I was just oh, okay.
And he just kept going. And then he even said to RFK, I think I probably just made your day worse or something.
He did. He was and he kept even saying sorry, this is actually just based on, and he, to his defense, he kept saying this is actually just my opinion and not based on anything. It's just this is just what I think. And he kept, it was almost buddy, he was mad. He was just stop it with the Tylenol. Just don't do it. Just stop it. He was mad at someone. And I was but also I wanted to be okay, buddy, again, just the lack of, he's trying to help, but the lack of understanding and empathy enough to be okay, but think about the moms that maybe are hearing this for the first time and have taken Tylenol and are feeling so much guilt or shame or fear about like, did I just ruin my child's life? And like, is this my fault? And like,
right.
You know what I mean? For him to get up there and be like, no, stop it. You know,
well,
like,
he was like, tough it out.
Tough it out. Like, you're in pain. Just tough it out.
If
like,
you
and I'm
can't
like,
tough it out.
Hey,
did he say
then
that?
take the
did.
Tylenol.
And I was like, hey, dude, who's never carried a baby, like maybe say it different. Or like, again, you don't need to be the one to make this announcement, because like, I'm glad that you appointed these people.
I'm also glad that he was there he's the president, and it puts a lot of weight behind what his whole cabinet's getting ready to say.
Stand back there.
Stand there. Say,
hold the weight.
Please welcome RFK to talk about the things we're
I
going to talk about
appointed
today.
RFK and all these doctors. I am a part of this. Like,
he's so narcissistic. He can't just stand there.
I know.
I mean, this
he got
guy
up there,
is
like, multiple times.
I mean, he
couldn't not.
Like, he is. Oh, and look, Ricky, like, I understand people that had to hold their nose and vote because, like you said, policies, whatever. But at least we can go, is anybody else seeing this nonsense? Like, oh.
To me, I want to hold space for both of those things. Like, I can say, like, okay, I'm uncomfortable with the way he talks, and like, I don't like all of it. But that I don't have to lean as far into like, so I think he's
Wonderful.
Hitler. You know
Right,
what I'm
right.
saying?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
where it's like, to me, it feels like it's like everyone looks at it like there's these two camps of
Yeah.
it's either like he is like, have y'all heard that hilarious song on Spotify that's like, he is the savior of the world, you know, and you're like,
Yeah.
what's happening here?
No,
like,
you're kidding.
That was
No,
a better
literally.
representation of your
No.
voice.
oh, well, thank you so much. But like, literally, there's like people that are like, he is like our America's savior. And
well,
you're
that
like,
is scary.
easy. And then there's people that are like, oh, listen to him talk. He obviously is a fascist dictator that wants to like
Right.
put us all in a concentration camp. And you're like, what's happening here? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
can there
insane.
be a space for like somewhere in the center, like, God forbid, where
But you know
people,
what?
in
The center isn't sexy. That's the problem.
I know.
Are you
What-
smiling?
how do you feel
Hey,
like-
let's keep going because
Yeah.
The center isn't sexy.
we got
not.
so.
The center isn't
You said it,
sexy.
not me.
I know it.
Hey. Oh, were you
center
gonna do it?
ain't
That's what
sexy.
she said, kind of deal.
No, you're calling. You try to be in the center, and you just said you're not sexy.
Well, I'm just saying, like, okay, so there's this third way, whatever, right? You know, like, we go to a church that's doing the Third Way podcast, and I don't think being in the center means that you ignore, like the far right. I think there's got to be a way to integrate all these things. Like, somewhere, it all belongs, but maybe it's not the thing that we talk about. Like, I thought the pyrotechnic thing, I don't know if it was whatever it was. I'm like, oh gosh.
Oh, it was awful.
But I'm
that
like,
was awful. But I do think it was. I kind of think it was for him.
Maybe.
But
But-
it's the only thing I think.
But I just go, 500,000 people showed up to honor this guy, and
That's crazy.
And all heard the gospel several
they
times.
I mean, I get chills to think about the music.
Oh
and,
my goodness.
And I'm like, God had to be glorified in that. And there are probably people there that we couldn't stand. Okay. But still, that there was some, and maybe I'm a sucker for a big crowd, but I mean, that stuff,
You're a little Trumpy yourself,
that
are you?
stuff gets me. I mean, to hear all those people sing and stuff like that, I mean, I
Yeah.
love that.
Oh man, I talked to someone whose sister was there and was texting her. We were texting, and she said, "You can't breathe. It's so intense. Like it was."
The Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just all those people singing and worshiping. It's
Yeah.
just what was funny is Chris Tomlin is leading worship. Stone faced.
Yeah, I know.
He's just stone faced.
Well, but you remember playing shows for.
You may just be, it's probably just he's just focusing.
Yeah. But do you remember we played a couple of ginormous shows, and that many people?
Yeah, it's just-
it becomes no one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like, I mean, and like the thing we did. Do you remember Celebrate Freedom from being in Dallas? So we did a couple of those, and KLTY's thing was always it's the biggest. God listens to this. Like
Wait,
and there-
KLTY was
Dallas.
Houston.
KSBJ was Houston.
KLTY
KLTY
I
was
get those
Dallas.
mixed up. Is that right?
Oh, KLTY was Dallas, yeah.
And
okay.
and
And
there
God
were,
Listens was Houston, though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And there was like
God,
I mean, it was
that's funny.
Texas sized. There's 250,000 people, and people were, what was it like to play for all those people?
250,000
I was like,
people.
not really a big deal.
It felt like
because-
about 10 rows.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you're talking to the
That's
first, you know.
Like it's more scary to play for a room of like 10 people staring into your soul.
More. Oh my gosh.
Way
The
scary.
songwriter stuff that you do,
It's terrifying.
way more intense.
That's scary.
Yeah. All right. You want to do those last two?
Yes, Zachary Lehman. Hi, Zachary. I agree with the hoof videos. They bring such relief, but I'm out on the chiropractor ones. I've seen too many of the bad ones. Oh, I've never seen a bad chiropractor video. Brian McLean.
What does that mean? Someone
Fishes
getting,
are good?
Injured by a chiropractor?
I guess.
Wow.
I don't know. Brian McLean was in one of my favorite bands, Salvation, and he had a song called Fishes Are Good and Riding My Tractor. And what else?
Those were the hits.
They're brilliant songs. Loved them. Okay.
He was great.
He said, I just got into the cow hoof videos too. Why am I watching cow hooves getting shaved? I don't know.
No. He says,
That's
while I'm
niche,
getting
man.
shaved.
No.
Oh.
Why am I watching cow hooves getting shaved?
I thought he said, while I'm shaving myself.
No.
Okay.
That'd be weird.
So can I know that you have things you want to talk about, but
But this is my podcast.
No. This is your podcast. That's why I want to read these, because it's a list of. This is a list that I downloaded from a magazine that's for college. So this is the answer that college girls give.
Which is how old we are.
It's 20 things that
Absolutely.
we wish men knew about women. We wish that men would pay attention to this stuff.
Wait.
And I thought,
Wait. Women wish men knew? Okay,
yes.
okay.
So, and I read this and I was like, well, I don't know if Jennifer would agree with this, but
Well, I mean, we're talking Gen Z and Gen X. There's a big difference.
right. So this is a millennial
millennial.
and a Gen Xer, and I thought I might just lob these in there and see
hear
if
it.
you guys agree and get your
Okay.
commentary on them.
Okay.
Now, the reason I did this is because an hour ago we were coming back from Tzatziki's, and I said, so what are we going to talk about today on the
We
podcast?
spend a lot of time at
I said, have
Tzatziki's.
you prepared anything? And she goes,
Was I supposed to?
So,
As
anyway.
long as we have
so
time to talk about Conrad, I'm fine.
Oh, we're going to talk. Conrad's
well,
coming.
here's the thing. I think Conrad comes up in this.
Okay, you better.
Okay.
I think he does.
I think he comes up in every conversation.
Does he not?
Just kidding.
Okay.
But the assassin that killed Charlie Kirk kind of put a damper
He
on the.
screwed up the whole end of the summer I turned
He really
pretty.
does ruin a lot.
He made the summer turn ugly.
He really
Yeah.
did.
Number one, the
we don't
number
know who
one
did it.
thing,
Bum, bum, bum.
the number
Anyway.
one thing that women wish men knew is that small things count. It's the little gestures that make the biggest impact, not the grand gestures. Would you
course.
agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that transcends all. Yeah,
And
everybody.
what about these dumb promposals and stuff?
Man, I think those are detrimental to girls' lives.
Yeah. I feel like that kind of stuff, the big gestures do matter when you're younger. I feel like that's more of like, that feels like that age is more like the older you get. When you're married, like you want the little things. Like, I'm like, please do the dishes or do something small, right?
I guess. I just
I
think
don't know.
I think promposals maybe are about the guy.
That's true. It's like a performance thing.
Yeah, it's a performance thing. And
I
they
feel
have
like
to
that's
outdo
how-
their friends. I think it's wrong. All you're doing is proposing to someone basically. And you're setting them up for their proposal to be dumb. Like it's got to match up to the promposal and it's got to be better or else you're marrying the wrong dude. I don't know. I just think
That's true.
I think grand gestures.
Have y'all shared your proposal story on here?
I think so.
I don't know.
I mean, it sounds like it was a big deal, but my band was playing a concert for a couple hundred people, and at the end of the concert, I asked her to marry me. Yeah,
On stage?
The one
Cute.
thing I requested was that it be private.
And then it was not.
No. He did it
Nailed
in
it.
front of a whole concert of people.
yeah.
Well, then point proven. Maybe it was more about the
She doesn't like
performance.
grand gestures. She never
No,
has.
I've never liked them. I'm big on little
And that
stuff.
took me a while to learn because the Christian way is you're the best husband. You do everything.
Yeah.
You have to talk about your smoking hot wife, and I'm like,
Ugh.
That was such a creepy youth pastor
What
trend.
is that? What
Like-
is that?
I remember that all the time as a high schooler. It was like they always had to be like, "My smoking hot wife." And I
It's
was,
so weird.
why?
I'm not even allowed. I'm having some minor surgery here in a couple of weeks.
Oh.
And I'm not even allowed to say the word in front of my kids, and she blushes.
It's not that. You know what surgery he's getting.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's that he keeps saying, well, I've got to get a vasectomy. I'm like, shut up. There's just no need to talk about that with our children.
I don't keep saying it.
He said it.
Number 2, the
Plenty
second
of
most
times.
important thing. The second most important thing is the E word. Not the huge E, not the little e, not drugs, effort. We put on makeup. Sometimes we wear high heels. We try to wear nice clothes because we respect ourselves. Put effort into yourself. It makes us notice and respect you too. Plus, you look way hotter.
Sorry, the drugs thing felt kind of out
Yeah.
of left field.
I'm not
Not
sure.
this.
I think
not
that's-
drugs.
Ecstasy.
Oh, okay.
I was lost on that too.
She means ecstasy and erections. That's what she does.
Oh, okay.
This chick.
Is that the little e?
Yeah, I guess.
Sorry. Okay. Okay.
She seems mad.
I don't know. Sure. Effort. I would much rather you have a sense of humor, but okay.
And she's like, she's saying effort like into his appearance.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess shower.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not picky about that, but if you're funny, I can look past a lot of how you look.
Humor's not even on this
This depends
list.
so much to me on like who
Wow.
wrote this. I'm like, she dated some dude who like smoked a lot of weed and did not shower.
Exactly.
They polled college girls.
Okay.
Okay,
well,
no, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I think that is a difference in our age, whereas girls my age didn't, I don't know. I mean, sure, we liked a guy to look good, but it was more about the attitude.
yeah.
I noticed today that if you're going to keep having women on, I have to wear pants for this podcast.
Oh, yeah, you
every
can't wear
time.
boxers.
I appreciate
I a
that.
lot of times wear underwear just
I
because it gets
truly
hot.
appreciate that. Thank you.
And with Drew, it didn't matter.
well,
Drew wore pants, thank God.
maybe that's why he's not here.
She reminds
maybe
me
it
of
did
Tara
matter.
in a way, though, that I think if I walked through the room in boxers, Shaylee wouldn't even care.
She wouldn't care.
And Ryan, I could see him doing it too.
Yeah, Ryan definitely
I
wouldn't
could
care.
He
see
truly-
Ryan. I could see Ryan going, I don't care. I'm wearing boxers.
Yeah, yeah.
Number 3, confidence
You're
is
right.
hot. Arrogance is not. Every
Amen.
girl loves a man who's comfortable in his own skin. It makes us feel safe and protected. And nothing is sexier than that. But arrogance, we, can't, stand it.
Okay, but that is such a fine line. And
Especially
what do
with
they
a
mean?
college guy.
I mean, yes, confidence is by far the sexiest quality, in my opinion.
Well, the one thing, I know this because I work a lot with Shaylee, is the one thing you guys share is you don't like wussy men.
This is
I
true.
can't handle
You
it.
don't like
I don't
mealy
like a
men.
beta.
No, you
So
don't.
we were talking. I was talking to some single women the other day, and we were talking about making a list of things that they want, and praying over that list. And on my list was, I want confident, not cocky. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but I think confidence is for sure.
It is a hard, it's like a very thin line though, which I
It
think comes
is.
from, I think the Holy Spirit, not to over spiritualize, I think helps
Okay.
with that. And I would say probably some therapy and mental health.
That's true. But what does arrogance look like? Where are you going?
I just wanted to make sure all these are going.
Okay. And then you just thought you'd go in the other room a little bit?
He just thought we were going to talk about him.
Maybe, if that's okay.
Oh, see, he's hot. He's not used to. He needs his underwear on. He's got.
Oh,
his
I thought you were
sweatpants
saying
on.
like, see, he's hot. He's confident.
Um,
He's confident. He's hot.
I'm
sexy.
arrogant enough to step up.
He is confident enough to just walk out of the room.
He's
in
like,
the
I
middle
don't
of
need
a
to ask
podcast.
Jennifer's permission. I'm going to go change the thermostat right
Dadgummit.
now. Confidence, Jeremy. He's got it.
But what is arrogance? I don't even know
I think
what we're dealing with here.
we know arrogance when we see it.
Do we?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's. I don't know.
Because I think right now, without, I'm like thinking of people.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Can
saying?
you think of arrogant people?
Yeah.
I don't know that I can.
The one thing though that you guys got to understand is us confident air quote guys, we can sometimes tip over into arrogance. We don't mean it,
Right.
but I think you guys are okay with that. You're like, you get a little arrogant.
Yeah. It doesn't bother me. I kind of.
Do you watch reality TV at all?
Not much.
That'll-
British.
That'll give you a little peek into some arrogant
Okay.
men.
What are we talking?
Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, I haven't watched that in a while. Listen, this is where I am. I haven't watched Bachelor really since Chris Harrison was fired.
Fair.
Yeah.
It has taken a little bit of a turn.
Okay, see, I'm kind of out on it.
But
a little
that'll
bit.
because it's just young men on television.
And they're also trying to figure out who's the pack leader. Who
They're
can,
in competition with each other. So
Yes.
it just shows their colors.
Yes.
But then a lot of times the women like are going for these men that are coming across as like, oh, they're like, ooh, they're confident and they're sexy. And then like behind the scenes when they interact with each other, they're just like, yeah, I've got her. And they're really arrogant. And they're, you know what I mean? And you're like, and you can see it and you're like, gross, that guy is just cocky.
But she doesn't know.
And she just thinks like, ooh, confident. But then eventually they figure it out. You can't go
off of that because that guy is going, I want camera time.
Eventually.
Because I would like to roll this into another career.
Exactly.
And so
you see it.
If I can be cocky and get all this airtime, I can maybe roll this into a podcast.
And they all do.
And they all do.
Or they want to be influencers.
Yes, they want to be influencers.
You know?
So,
Jeremiah versus Conrad. Jeremiah maybe a little cocky.
Well,
or insecure. Okay, that's another difference. Insecurity.
Oh, yeah.
I think goes hand in hand. Would you agree, Jeremy? Would you agree, Jeremiah?
Thanks. I mean, I'm a little insecure sometimes, I have to say.
But I mean, like, isn't that kind of the difference of like confidence and then arrogance? Like, I feel like insecurity is kind of usually partnered with the arrogance because it's sometimes, like you're usually trying to kind of hide that insecurity.
Yeah.
And that's when you can kind of see it where you're like,
agreed.
It's coming out sideways.
Yeah, that usually a confident person is not looking for approval as much as an arrogant person who is just trying. We were talking about, who were we talking? Oh, we were at church on Sunday and we were talking to all the musicians. We were leading worship, so we were in the green room. And we were talking about all these A-level musicians who played on our records back in the day and who were just amazing and so sweet and who would just like serve, trying to help each other. And I was like, that's the difference between an A level and a B level. B level are out for themselves, and I don't think they'll ever. It's
so much puffery and
yes, they try so hard. It's just so gross.
Yeah, that is gross, and it's not enjoyable to be around.
No, so they're never gonna. It's never gonna advance. Anyway, and I think that's part of that. Go ahead. What's another one?
Don't be a man-child. I've never understood those girls that mummy their boyfriends. It's actually a bit sickening.
I think they meant mommy.
It says mommy. Most guys are...
It must be British.
Most guys are kids at heart, but if we're doing more than a bit of coddling, i.e. cutting your food into pieces, then there's definitely a big problem.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's
weird. Doesn't that go without saying?
I think that is probably in the weed smoking culture that we didn't really have. I think a lot of these guys are just playing video games and smoking weed and, don't have a life.
Okay,
that's probably part of that.
Not to continue to make this about the summer I turned pretty, but I will. But that actually was like a thing about Jeremiah and Belly to me, is that was their relationship. Like she was like a mom figure to him. She like took care of him.
Yeah.
Like, like every time they were together, it was just like she was like coddling him and he just needed her. And like he was always
at one
asking
point,
her for something.
She's sitting there and he's like laying on her and she's like, I was like, ew,
I know.
This is gross.
That's like when that Bieber cover came out with him. Like,
I didn't see it.
Yeah, you did. He was like, remember, because you showed it to me. He was it was like laying on the chest of his wife or girlfriend at the time, and it was, you were like, oh, this is like a little boy.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I think that Belly was projecting so much of that because her mom is not warm at all.
Yeah, she is not warm. Well, and then Jeremiah also lost his mom, so I feel like she took the place of that.
Yeah.
Have you, not to derail us, but did you change your tune? Did you watch the finale? Are you team?
I still think Conrad, the martyr thing, I can't do. I hate it. That's so interesting. When people just go, oh, I will be I'll take the bullet. But he kind of got his way in the end. I was glad for him.
I don't see that in him.
I mean, we'll have to wait for the movie, but.
Well, we're going to be waiting a while.
I know. I don't think. Yeah. I think that he was unhealthy. I think he thought he was sacrificing himself because he was like, I won't be a good enough partner for her. I'm so broken. I need to let her go. And it was the wrong move.
That was what was that? That was part of season 2, right?
Yeah, I think that's why
at the beginning, I feel like he was just he found out information he shouldn't have had.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to bring everybody down. And so he was just trying to hold it all in.
Yeah. If he had a Jeremy in his life.
He swallowed that grenade and was just exploding inside of him. And he was saving everyone.
If he had a Jeremy in his life that could have talked him through that, then he would have been great and they would have stayed together. Okay. But he didn't have that.
He should have, though, let them get married and not say anything. And if it didn't work out, I mean, that...
I don't agree.
Okay, number 6.
don't
Listen.
agree.
Jeremy does not want to talk about
Listen.
summer I turned pretty.
No, I don't think that's true.
Listen and take interest is number 6. If it's just sex, then that's fine. No need to talk, no need to listen. But if I listen to your problems about work and the gym and the lads, then yes, I do expect you to
British.
stop
The
playing
lads.
Xbox for 10 minutes and hear about what a prick my boss is.
Gosh.
These
I
relationships are unhinged.
I cannot relate to these people at all. I have no clue how to even
Turn your
respond to that.
Xbox off and stop playing with the lads. Like, what?
You need to hear about me boss. Me boss.
You hear about my boss? Like, yeah, that seems pretty straightforward. Like, these aren't, like, if you have to ask for this, I would say this is a problem.
Can you be a human?
Hey,
and-
I have to say, I have clients where Xbox is a problem. Like, we're talking like from 8 o'clock at night till 4 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's
Grown-ups.
with kids.
Ooh.
Yeah. World of Warcraft.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
I can't. I don't.
No,
I would have
it's a problem.
zero
Escapism?
tolerance for this.
I mean, they did it when they were before they were married, and
I would have zero tolerance for this. I'm sorry.
yeah.
No time.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm getting up. Yeah, no.
I don't know if you guys will agree with this one. Number 8 is when we have our periods, just back off. Just back the F off.
What
These
does that
women
mean?
are unwell.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? What does that mean? Like, don't talk to me, or does
You're
that mean
bleeding
physically?
profusely.
My hormones
that
are
guy?
completely resetting in my whole body, and like then I have 3 children to take care of, and like, no, you are not supposed to like isolate from me and pretend like I don't exist. I
Yeah,
would be
these people
like,
don't have
"Excuse
children.
me?"
And plus,
Yeah,
I
no.
don't know. I mean, I don't know what that means.
Again, like this depends on the person. I like my whole fear of abandonment would be like, why aren't you talking to me? Like
Oh,
I would just like
really?
be a puddle on the floor. But if someone like is not like that and would be like, if you talk to me, I'll murder you, then maybe. But I just
Is it fair to ask, hey, do you have your period?
No, don't ask. It's like asking if you're pregnant. Don't ask.
depends on the person. I'm one of those people that I am like currently menstruating. You know what I mean? Like I will just say it.
Bleeding profusely.
Like because I actually though, because for me it's not on the actual period, it's the 2 to 3
It's
days
the week
before,
before. Yeah.
when I am like, why do I want to burn the world to the ground?
Yeah.
And then I will tell Ryan, I will literally be like, I am angry and I need need some space, or like I feel like you should tread lightly.
Yeah.
Like I will literally just tell
Fair
him.
warning.
And then he'll be like, okay. And he just knows that like,
Okay.
and I don't tell him like, back off, don't talk to me. I'm basically just like, I'm sensitive. I think this is what's happening here. And then that way, when I do start, I'm like, I'm not crazy. It like gives me like peace when I start, because I'll be like,
Just wait.
I'm not
till you
insane.
don't ever start. And you're like, wait a minute.
And you still want to burn the world down? And then you
Yes.
just
And
don't
it never goes away.
oh, this is great. I
fun
can't wait for that.
times.
Yay.
There's no good time to ask, because if there's like a
guess
spin out, I can't be like,
No,
Is it possible you
especially
have your
not
period?
Oh my
But-
Oh,
gosh.
yeah. I would say during a spin out, it's not a good time to ask.
Absolutely not.
It just sounds,
You know what? This
it
is what
feels
I would
pandering.
get. Are you
even
okay? You seem a little crabby. You don't ask someone if they're crabby
No.
ever. Ever.
Are you okay is a good question.
If someone is crabby, the last thing they want to be asked is if they're crabby.
Yeah.
Or if I'm not crabby and he asks me if I'm crabby, now I'm
I don't
crabby.
think I like the word crabby.
Well,
You can say, are you okay? Maybe that's a good, and then that gives them the opportunity to tell you if they would like to tell you.
you seem a little grumpy today.
I'm bleeding profusely, so.
Kisses are great. Sometimes we both forget how good a long, hard kissing session can actually
What
be.
are we doing?
Do we like kissing now?
Do we like kissing now? Can you tell who he's married
I
to?
need to know who these women are.
I do too.
These are young women in their 20s.
Okay, why are we even? They don't know.
I know,
jack crap.
But do we like kissing?
Who are we? Who are you?
It depends.
Wait, so what was?
Depends on what time of the month
This
it
is
is.
kissing are
Just
great.
kidding.
Kissing is great was the next one on the list.
all it
They
says
want
is
men to know that kissing is
Kissing
great.
is great.
Is it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Again,
Is it,
in your
though?
20s mostly.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, we made out like there was no tomorrow.
Yes.
And then we got
Literally.
married, and it was like, that's over.
Yeah. No more kissing
But
for
also,
you.
like, especially when you could mostly only do kissing.
That's what it was. This
the
is all we could
best.
do. So, yeah. It's all we got. We got to make the most of it.
Yeah.
Then it wasn't all we had anymore. I was like,
Like, remember
that's
when you
overrated.
couldn't, like, sit on a couch and watch a movie
Yes.
without making out?
Yes.
And now you're, like, doing red light therapy masks and, like, not touching each other.
I need one of those. Do you have
They're
that?
the best.
I won't.
You look like a psycho.
I don't care.
It's worth it.
I'm okay with that.
It's great.
What else you got?
Some of these I'm skipping because they're
Because they're
just,
absolutely stupid.
well, they're just basic. This one is learn to say sorry. Stop being so stubborn. Just admit when you're wrong, and we will, which is rare. And we will too, she says.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Sometimes all we need is a hug. We know it's the same for you, but when we look like we need a hug, we definitely need a hug.
I am that person.
Do you need a hug
Oh,
sometimes?
1,000%. But I'm physical touch. Like, so when I'm upset, it softens me. It will like lower my shoulders and my whole
Wow.
countenance.
I'm the
Sometimes.
same.
If
I like
Ryan
a
can
hug.
just come over and like hold me, it like helps me a lot. But again, that's per person. I can't be like
Yeah, that's per person. Because
would you hate that?
I don't think I'd hate. I don't hate it.
I don't think all she ever needs is a hug.
Yeah.
No.
A therapist put it this way once though for us, like, because sometimes when we're in a fight, then I've told Ryan like, that this whole thing could end if you just hugged me, but it would be like, and then our therapist's like, but that's literally like a cactus asking, being like, hug me,
Yeah.
And I was like, but it's a cute cactus. Look how cute.
One of the ones that looks soft until
like-
then you pull away and you're like, ooh, I have things.
But
in
and
me.
that's how Ryan put it, is it's like someone being mean and then being like,
Yeah.
get in here,
hug
but I was
me.
like, but also think of how much it would fix everything if you just so I don't know how you feel about that, but it's like it would fix things, but also it's hard to like hug someone when they've been mean to you.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it's a good first step.
You need
Yeah.
to. Hey, I don't know if you've ever used a microphone before.
Shut up.
Oh yes.
These two go together. Toilet humor.
Check.
Stop talking about your toilet activities and never bring up ours. Take care of your hygiene. Brush your teeth, get showered, deodorize. You're a grown man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's what's expected of a grown man. These are college
Who are
kids.
these men?
Yeah.
They're
Seriously.
not. They're boys. These are man-childs.
Yeah.
This one is stop getting drunk. We know it's the same for
Okay.
us. Getting drunk is cool. Getting sloppy dribbled drunk is not cool.
Dribble drunk. Is that an
Hey.
English term?
I don't.
like
this
that.
is not.
Look,
Dribble drunk.
I have millennial clients who they get pass out drunk.
Wow.
They put their kids to bed. They get drunk with their neighbors. Yep.
Rock on.
This one I feel like is hard. Don't forget our birthday. We live in an age where you can remind yourself by typing it into your phone.
Yeah.
I forget birthdays.
I do too.
I do.
Like
I don't like these
not
women
her
at all.
birthday.
I have. No, I've never
Up until-
forgot it.
no,
like, but
on the day,
but
but-
leading up, I've gone, oh my god, like
Yeah, like
it's-
the day before, you're like, oh shoot,
yeah.
I do
Yeah.
that every time with this birthday, every year.
I forgot Father's Day this year. That was a bad move.
That's a bad move.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Not on, it's not on purpose. It's
Sure.
bad though.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
I mean, I've only had a few of them so far, right?
that's true.
No, it was bad.
You're new to it.
It was bad.
That's kind of the end of that list. I thought this next list was hilarious. I typed in things that you should talk to a woman about,
Oh.
and these are things women want to be asked.
Okay.
And I was like, I've been married 30 years, and
There's a
I don't think
long
I know
list
this
there.
stuff.
Okay.
Like,
And maybe you don't need to, according to these
question
women.
her inner world and beliefs. What does happiness mean to you? What are your 3 top core values? What is your personal philosophy that shapes your outlook on life?
Oh my gosh.
Do you believe in fate, destiny, luck? Why?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I don't know the answers to these
Right.
for myself.
No,
I
no,
know.
this is Christian stuff now. This is not the college girls. This is thing you need to be asking your girlfriends to get to know them.
What?
Who's your biggest role model? What was your childhood like? What's your biggest challenge? What do you think people what do you wish people knew about you? Like, can you imagine us asking that on a first date?
No. I would
No.
be so like, what?
What's on your bucket list? If you had all the money you needed, what would you do? What are you most proud of?
It's exhausting.
This
What's your
is a
biggest
lot.
fear? Have you ever faced it? How do you When do you feel like your most true self? What makes you feel safe? What keeps you up at night? What makes you feel most
secure? This list keeps me up at night.
Yeah. What's something you wish we did more often together? She'd be like, be apart.
I know.
I wish together we could be alone.
Yeah.
What have you learned about love from being with me?
Oh my God.
Can you imagine these?
Gosh. That is terrible. If you asked me one of those questions, I'd be like, bye.
That's terrifying.
You need to go get a snack.
Yeah. Is this like a Tinder
I have to
date
say,
or like?
This sounds kind of like the kind of crap Hutch wants to talk about.
Oh, buddy.
Like I could see him.
He's a deep well.
No,
He
but like
is.
he and his friends, I could see them
Yeah, they'd probably get into that
wanting
list.
to discuss this list.
But God forbid he discuss it with us. He doesn't want to hear anything about that,
Yeah.
from us.
Well, I can see it maybe like when you're really, really getting in there with somebody, like one of these questions coming up naturally. But I feel like if you showed up just like reading out this list to somebody, it would be like a little overwhelming because I couldn't even tell you.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know. I would have to think about one of those questions, for about a week
Yeah.
to come up with an answer. It would take me a while.
What is
too
something you
much.
wish we did more often together?
Guess I am not a very deep thinker.
What do you wish we did
You
more
are
often
a deep
together?
thinker.
What have you learned about love being with me?
He's like, wait a second.
I
I need
almost
to
said
know
something stupid.
all
but
of these
I won't.
things
I'll try
right
to
now.
take it seriously.
He actually wants to ask you
your
live on a podcast.
He actually wants the answers to these questions. That's why he brought them up.
No pressure, but answer them live now.
Yeah. What else you got there in your little pile
What
of
are you
papers?
looking forward to most in this life?
Oh my God.
Gracious.
This list being over.
Yeah. What makes you feel most alive?
Oh my gosh.
Not answering these questions.
Sleep. Sleep.
Sleep does make me feel alive.
Bring back the 20-year-old weirdos
Yeah, I'll talk about them any
their-
day. These people are
with
crazy.
their dating questions.
I mean, you're a little more in the heart space. You might like some of these questions.
What space am I in? The head space?
I think you are. I mean, you're a little more logical. We have said that, Shaylee and I have often said that you and Ryan are alike.
I just wonder, okay, think about this. Because you two are physical touch. What are your other, what's your other high ones?
I think words of affirmation, probably.
Okay, that's him too. Okay, so what is...
You don't have to laugh in a condescending way.
I didn't mean it that way. What are Ryan's?
Laugh, but then tell me I'm pretty. Please.
I mean, doesn't everybody want someone to rub their back and tell them how great they are? They're not my top two, really.
They're not?
I don't care about gifts. I know that's my last one.
Okay.
But what are the other ones? You made me a cup of tea this morning. It was really nice. It helped.
Good.
And then it's words, touch, gifts,
don't know.
acts.
There's another one.
Gifts is mine. Like giving gifts is mine.
Right.
Oh, you like
But
to
not
do that.
getting them?
But getting it, you don't care that much about?
I mean, I like it, but I'd rather receive words
No.
or touch.
Oh. Okay, what are Ryan's?
Acts of service for sure.
Okay, can you imagine if Ryan and if a person, not Ryan,
Okay, wow. Inappropriate.
shut up. But I just mean because that's mine too.
Is it really
Yeah, I think so.
acts of service?
Yeah. And you're good at that.
I am.
Yeah.
Oh.
You try to be.
She likes acts of service if she doesn't have to bring up the act. She likes it when
Yes, you need to think of it.
and when she's working.
Take initiative.
And she working, she
Like the
wants
list
other
says.
people working.
No.
No, like at
That's not
her
true.
job.
Wait a
Where-
minute. Time out.
What?
This is your own. This is what you think I think, and I have told you so many times. Just because I'm doing something, I'm fine with you not doing it. This is your own thing that you think. That's not true.
Okay.
I've told you that.
Wait, so what is true?
So, if I'm cleaning and he's taking a nap, let's say, he's like, I feel guilty because I feel like you think, and I'm like, I told you,
I feel
I'm
that.
fine with you taking a nap. Do you not agree? Not
Which
believe
that's
me?
more on us then.
Well,
Right?
I think it's kind of circumstantial. Like if we're both laying down taking a nap and she gets up and starts cleaning, I don't feel like I need to. But if she's like, there's so much I need to do around the house today, and then she's doing a lot around here and I'm just twiddling my thumbs, she wants me to be helping. Who wouldn't?
Okay. Okay. Anyway, all I'm going to say is do those people ever get together? Like a Shaylee and a Jeremy and a Jennifer and a Ryan. Do we ever get together? Like, have you seen this in any of your clients?
Do you work with couples that have the same love languages? I feel like it's always the opposite.
Maybe some. I actually don't use the love languages because I think that they change.
I agree.
Like, a person might be physical touch and words, but if she just had a baby, she needs someone to help with the baby. Like, so I don't know. I mean, I would say, except for gifts, just because I feel bad someone spending money on me. I like all of them. I can't remember the fifth one. It's gifts, services, words, touch,
time spent.
Time.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you do like learn. Like I basically had to learn like what Ryan's like giving was. Like I learned, like he just does stuff for me. Like he serves me, and that's him loving me. And then I received it, and I was like, that's really nice. Like he's not as like wordy.
Yeah.
But instead, and like for a while, for the beginning of our marriage, I'd just be like, he doesn't tell me these like lovey-dovey things all the time. And then I started seeing like, but like he does this and this and this and this, and like, and I started seeing it. And then I was like, oh, okay, like that's like, that means a lot too. You know what I mean? And so, and it wasn't, I don't feel like that was like me. It didn't feel like I was letting something go or like dying to that part of myself, because I still feel like he also like leaned in a little bit and was like, and like met me there too. But I also was like, I had to learn to be like, this is how Ryan shows me love, and I can like receive it that way. So we do change a little bit.
I do
you kind of have to.
Yeah. And also, I think you learn like she says, I agree. I like physical touch. But she says I'm words of affirmation. But if I really was words of affirmation, I don't know if we would work. Because, like, I think if I am words of affirmation, then I know that when they come from her, she means it. Because, like, I mean, she tells me, like, once a year that I look handsome. But she says, I forget to tell you, you know.
Right.
But I don't need it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
And she'll say, you're really good at that, or good job, but it's definitely not every day.
Sorry.
But I don't know, maybe.
But you believe that she thinks that about
maybe
you.
I'm not so much a words of affirmation person, or maybe I was more in my 20s. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
Well, it's the same way that when I became a mom of 3 toddlers, my physical touch needs changed.
Yeah,
because I was like, please stop touching me, everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm being touched all the time.
And they tell us, Christian guys, sex begins in the kitchen. Do the dishes. I could do the dishes for a year. That really doesn't.
But that
doesn't translate into I do the dishes. Now she wants to have sex. I mean, there is a book for Christians, Sex Begins in the Kitchen. And I want to write a rebuttal and go, it doesn't.
I got news for you.
Like maybe just for that guy.
Untrue. Yeah.
But I get what they were going for.
Right.
I mean, at that time especially, that was kind of a book for our parents.
Yeah.
And baby boomer, I mean, not to bring it back to the generations, but baby boomers didn't really, I mean, they didn't talk about their feelings at all. And so these women were starving for any kind of affection. Or
that's fair.
They went off to work. The moms raised the kids,
I listened to a lecture about women and sex, like a psychology lecture, and they feel like it was around between 1950 and 1970 was the first time in human history that women were allowed to enjoy sex. That it was like, okay, yes, you can like this and you can have opinions, and that's just that's a sad. Okay.
Don't tell me what to do. I can enjoy it if I want to.
That's right.
How dare? I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. You told me that, and I was like,
I know. Allowed by who?
What do you mean allowed?
By
what the heck does
society?
that mean? Like allowed to talk about it?
No,
allowed
sex was for the enjoyment of a man, and to make babies. It was not for the enjoyment of women. She was not supposed to have an opinion about sex. How much sex? What kind of sex?
No, I just do not like this conversation.
Okay. It's your podcast.
Yeah,
Go.
and I do not like that.
No. What'd you have your iPad
do
for?
not.
Well, I was going to talk about millennials.
Do it. Talk about millennials.
No, we don't have time now.
We have so much time.
Okay. What I do want to talk
the
about
time
your
in the
Sad
world.
Jesus music. Tell us about it. Tell us what you're doing. What is this? When is it out?
Well, some songs are.
Okay.
I'm kind of just releasing them as I go. But
Okay. What are they?
basically, they are sad songs about faith. I basically, sad Jesus music. Basically, I started writing songs. I was doing worship for a while, but then just kind of wanted to write more honest songs about just the faith journey and kind of the darker side of the Christian walk.
What is the darker side?
Depends. It's hard to kind of sum up, but I mean, I guess coming from like writing more in the CCM or worship route, at least from my experience, this is not what it is for everybody, but I felt like I was told to kind of write in certain parameters. Like this was the box you have to kind of stay in, like this is the route that you have to go. And I just felt really boxed in by that basically. Okay. And I was like, okay, well, what if I wanted to write more kind of about like this experience or more about like the doubt or the journey or like whatever. And, so these songs kind of started being like coming out of that space. And, so yeah, I kind of am not thinking clearly right now. But we can talk about millennials maybe.
No, but I think they kind of go together.
Yeah.
I mean, I think your generation is the biggest generation to be deconstructing their faith.
Well, yeah.
And to be walking away from the faith and to kind of, I feel like they kind of go together. I mean, I know that's not what your stuff is.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, and so I started kind of like a writer's round called Honest Jesus Music because like it felt like every Christian writer's round or like anything like that was very like positive, encouraging Caleb and like all this stuff. Right. And I was just like, or it just felt, again, like deconstruction became this very negative thing and it was all like walking away from the faith and it was like all the stuff. And I was like, well, is there something, again, like we talked about in the middle,
right?
Of like, well, what does it look like if like you can ask questions and find God in the midst of that and he can show you? Because like when I started asking questions, all God showed me was that he was better than I thought he was. And like he met me there and like it just ended up being this really beautiful experience for me where I just like, he just showed up in a really powerful way. And like I've never felt closer to God and his spirit than I have in this season. And us just finding this like church that we've really loved and like just he's just really just reawakened so much in me through this. And so I was like through this kind of a writer's round that I was a part of where I was like just came to the writers and I basically was like, hey, do y'all have any songs that are maybe like a little on the sadder side or talk about harder topics? And it happened to be with these people that were going through some harder things. Like I had a friend that his wife got diagnosed with cancer or like a friend that had a kid that was a part of the Covenant shooting, like all these people that were like had gone through these really dark things and they were all like, yeah, like we'll sing these songs and we'll talk about these things. And so they did. And then that night ended up being this like super powerful kind of like therapeutic moment. And like the audience even was so like into it. And we all just were like, it just felt like musical group therapy on accident because we were all just being honest and sharing our experiences with each other and like singing these songs about faith that weren't just like tied up in a nice little bow, like,
right.
But God is great. You know what I mean? Like, and cause he is, but we just could leave stuff hanging. You know what I mean? Like songs didn't have to like tie up nicely, which I just appreciated. You know what I mean?
So how does, when you say it doesn't tie up nicely, what does it end like? What does that mean?
I guess, I don't know, like the song doesn't have to, I'm only thinking of like cheesy older songs, but like it didn't have to end with like, and God is in control.
Right.
It could just be like, and I still have questions and like, and like,
Full
oh,
stop.
and I'm still sad.
Yeah.
But Jesus is still real and he's still with me, but like, I'm still hurting or like this thing isn't solved, but like,
but I still believe
I'm still, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Or I'm not okay. Or like, I'm holding the balance of like, still being in the midst of this struggle, but like finding the faith in it, you know, like it's just trying to like hold the tension of that.
Right.
And so that night just ended up being so powerful that I was like, how can I figure out how to like do that? Like keep having that night over and over again. Right. And so I ended up hosting that again and called it Honest Jesus Music and just had a couple writers out and we did it at Humphrey Street Coffee and it was really precious and it was really great. And so people came and we did the same kind of thing where we just all shared these really honest songs and it was like the same kind of experience where it was really beautiful and therapeutic and honest and people were like, it was this weird thing because people, like some people were crying and it was, you know, emotional, but everyone left feeling really hopeful, which I thought was
That's interesting.
Yes, that's what was so interesting about it to me is it was like, because some people, not to name names, but there were some industry people that pushed back on it that were like, when I originally pitched it, some industry people were like, what if we called it like a night of hope or something like that? And I was like,
It kind of defeats the purpose.
Well, actually, it's like the opposite of that. But then ironically, like it ended up being this really hopeful night because to me, vulnerability and honesty like creates hope because we all left feeling hopeful, even though we all talked about some of like the darkest stuff that was going on in our lives.
It's interesting.
It's
kind of like the Psalms. Like you start out in this really dark place, but then so this is my question because we have friends that are deconstructing, right? Mm-hmm. So what causes them to go down?
You guys actually have a mutual friend.
Yes, we all three do. What causes, and like I said, millennials, I was looking it up. They actually are deconstructing and walking away from their faith more than any other generation. What causes them to go into the valley but not come back out the other side? Like, why are they getting stuck in the valley and then like actually backtracking and kind of just staying down there and actually walking away? Like, what are your opinions about that?
I think there's probably a lot of reasons. My current theory is that people that get down there are like trying to find their answers from people and from the world and from whether that's other Christians or TED Talks or podcasts or books or pastors or like other people that have deconstructed or like whoever else it is. They're like they're just getting their information from so many people and so many voices because I think ultimately sometimes they're just looking for an echo chamber or they're looking to just be validated for what they're feeling. And I think a lot of times we forget to let God into it and like let God's actual voice into it because I think that's kind of scary for a lot of Christians, even for me coming from like a Reformed background, to actually like let God's voice in
really
and be like, well, God, what do you have to say about it? Like that's a question we've talked about in our sessions. Like what do you say about it? What's true? Like actually letting God speak in on it. Because I think when we have questions and when we like have doubts and all that stuff and we actually let God in and ask him and are like not afraid to sit in silence and let him speak on it and speak to us and trust that he's going to show up and talk, and I think he will. And I think that's like vulnerable and scary, right? To sit there and like trust that he will.
What's the scary? Is it scary because you feel like, oh, maybe this isn't God, maybe this is me?
Well, yeah, because what if he doesn't? You know, so like,
so is that your fear? Like, are you just afraid he's not going to? Or my fear is always, what if it's me? Yeah. What if I'm just making this up in my head?
What if it's my own voice?
Yes.
I said that to God. I literally was like, what if this isn't your voice? What if you don't show up? What if I literally was walking on my treadmill in my office, like my little flat treadmill thing. And I asked him to come walk with me. And I was like, this is really scary because what if you don't show up? And what if I literally extended my hand out because I was like, this is really vulnerable. Because I'm like, I look so stupid if you don't show up here and like do something, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, you could not, and I could just be here and talking to myself and like, it's fine, you know? But he showed up and I felt like it was real. And like, but that's just an experience. Like I can't prove that to anybody else, you know what I mean?
But you also, no one can talk you out of it.
They can't.
No one can talk you out of it. It's
and
as
like,
real as if it were a person standing there. Yeah.
And I don't feel the need to, like, you know, I don't feel the need to prove to anyone that experience happened. God just met me in that space and it was as real as it is here, you know? And and then that's why that experience ended up being beautiful to me, because he was like, no, I'm going to show you that I'm better than you thought I was. And like, I'm going to meet you in that. And like,
do you think had you not had that experience, you could find yourself in a deconstruction place?
Maybe.
Did you feel yourself going that way a little bit? And then, do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Because you have a lot of friends that are doing that, right?
I do. And it's hard. It's hard to know why I felt like I never veered that far down that path. Like, I don't know if because I know, like, I mean, I started meeting with you pretty much at the beginning of that, because I think the minute I started, like, even like being like that,
yeah,
I think I decided I didn't want a lot of voices. I just wanted to pick a few.
interesting.
And I think God had brought you into my life right at the beginning of that, and that just felt purposeful to me. And so I was just like, I just felt like I was like, you're going to be one of those few voices that are in there. And I'm so grateful that you were, because I feel like that made a big difference. But it's kind of like what I said. I was like, you could easily fill it up with too much noise, too many voices, too many opinions, you know, or you can trust like a few people that the Holy Spirit puts in your life. And,
right. What do you think? What do you think gets them in the valley and then just digging holes deeper and lower than the valley?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that that's the final answer. I think we hear from a lot of people who they're going through deconstruction and then they just chuck the whole thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually think the more common, like,
I don't know if you're right about that.
Okay. Well,
no,
you ask.
No, I know. I just don't know if you're right about the more common. I mean, do you know
well,
that
I
for
just
sure?
don't. I think for like even the movement, the jury's kind of still out. I mean, if like walking with the Lord requires, it's a walk and it takes time. Like, and depending on who the person is, that's why I think Shaylee's right. You got to pick a couple of people to kind of walk with you and be your guide. But depending on who the person is, sometimes there are different things that they have to deconstruct. I mean, Shaylee, you didn't have to chuck the whole thing. We did stop reading the Bible for a little bit. Remember, I told you I think you need to stop reading the Bible for a little, just to kind of clear your head, and because you were kind of reading it to kind of extract, like, I don't know, like a formula or whatever. And you pushed back against that at first, right?
It just felt weird to hear that. I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Well,
either.
I didn't mean
it was
forever.
for like a hot second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just said, and I've had another client where the Bible was weaponized against her to where she just couldn't. And I said, well, just don't. There's so many other ways to experience the Lord. And it took her 10 years. And now she's just loves it again.
Yeah.
But
I think it was because I was reading the Old Testament and I just kept seeing the Punisher God.
Yeah.
And I just kept being like, I don't know why. It was just like, I was like, what is happening? Like, it was messing with me. But it just took like a month or so of me like being like, oh, and then God resetting me. But then it was the same kind of thing where then now it's like God's redeemed so much of that.
Yeah.
Like,
I think the church people are scared when people start to ask questions because we think, well, what if they're right? What if God isn't? What if, and I just go, well, what if you are right? But my experience has been like yours, that God is so much better. And I love the Bible more than I did. And I still go to church, and you know what I mean? But I do think we're kind of scared to let people question. I think we need to wrap it up in a bow, but I don't think it's so much that we care for them. I think it's because we're scared for us. Like, you walk into your 13-year-old kid's room at night and you're tucking her in and she goes, Mama, I don't know if God's real. Well, by the time she goes to sleep, you're not going to wrap that up and have you walk out and go, you're right, Mom. God is real. Like, it might take a minute and you might have to go, well, that's okay. Let's talk about that. And then, it's this flow of a conversation. And I think that deconstruction can be seen as a bit of I don't mean this condescendingly, but as a spiritual adolescence where you're kind of finding yourself and you're figuring out, like, we take on our parents' faith. It's what we have. And then we got to go, okay, what's mine? And then some of us adopt something new in our 20s, and then we got to go, well, I don't know if and we just keep going, I don't know about that. And maybe. And we just keep going, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. And I think the more we go, okay, I don't know, let's see, the more God's like, oh, well, what else? Here's this other thing.
Yeah. It was interesting.
I feel like as a couple, our entrance into deconstruction was probably started with her, because she was the one to go, okay, whatever this is, it's not working. Like this thing that I picked up from my parents, this thing about marriage, this cookie cutter, whatever, just the everything's fine. Everything is not fine. And I, like, she was on, like, the stuff that the church might think of as new age. She was on that stuff way before it was cool.
Yeah.
And I was watching it and her going, well, she feels more now. I like that. And, this looks good on her.
Taking apart some things that were taught to us by people and by churches that might not be right is a good thing. And I feel like that's where even the word deconstruction started from. It's like, that's okay and that's good to do. It's just like, it just snowballed for a lot of people. You know what I mean? It's like people couldn't just be like, oh, well, like, here's some unhealthy things that were taught to me. Let me pick those out.
Yes.
And find God in the midst of it.
Right.
It was just like, oh, I have to then snowball. Like, for example, even with the Bible stuff, it's like, I heard someone mention that a lot of people, especially right now in like the evangelical or reformed camps, are very much like the Trinity is viewed as like Jesus, God, and the Bible.
Yeah.
It's very like,
it is,
you know, and
For
it's
sure.
like we negate
For sure.
the Holy Spirit so much in Scripture. And Scripture is, of course, so important
Yes.
and vital. And like, we don't do away with it. That's not the answer,
Right.
which a lot of people are doing, but they want to just toss it out. You know, it's like, well, that's not the answer. But also, like, you know, if taking a break, like the fact that like shook me to my core, like, how dare you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, like me, like taking a breather for a month to reset with the Lord because my prayer life was struggling, because I was not talking to the Holy Spirit at all.
Yeah.
Because I was so just like, must read Scripture, you know,
Yeah.
like, and I was so like blinded by that I was not communicating with God's Spirit inside of me. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Totally.
it's a balance. It's like, and then I had to refine that, and then it's like refinding the balance, and that's a good thing, you know?
I think a lot of us really like the Bible because it gives us a sense of control.
Well, yeah.
And you read it and you find stuff in it that's beautiful, but it has some formula to it depending on which part you look at. And I mean, I think that it's not part of the Trinity.
Right.
But one thing I want to say is, like, the three of us, it seems like we have something in common in that there were things about our faith that was given to us that we felt like it was time to lay down, but there was also a lot of good. I see people on a weekly basis where it may have had the Christian title on it, but it was, I mean, the stuff that was done to these people in the name of God, like literal beatings.
Right.
And for them, they might have to blow it up. I mean,
Right.
for a little bit. Like, they might not be able to tease out like a thread to keep, because it's just, man, when you're abusing other people in the name of God, it's really hard to come back from that.
Yeah.
And so, and I know I'm talking about extreme cases, but like sometimes, like, their parents have to die. Like, they, you know, it takes like generational stuff where they can finally go, okay, maybe I can return to this thing.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, God, there's grace for that. God knows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I it just,
And
so-
that grieves God's
somebody-
heart, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not what he's about. That's not what God's about.
yeah, people walking away from their faith for a minute, that for some reason it just doesn't scare me. And maybe that's why it's good that I do this work. It doesn't make me go, but wait, hang on, I just am like, I trust you with your journey. I'm here to help, but in all of my training in spiritual direction, they always told us God is the spiritual director. He's the shepherd. All I can do is speak into it, and when I start giving my opinion is when I get sort of in trouble. It's more like, oh, well, let's pay attention. See, I just go, well, that's worth paying attention to. That looks right.
What if it's not that? Like, what if you have a person who is out there
Yeah.
and just trying to find everything wrong?
Yeah. Well, I've said before, that, I've said that doesn't sound like God to me. You know what I mean? Like, there are people that want permission to experiment with certain stuff. And I go, well, you're allowed to do any of it. But that doesn't feel like historically, it doesn't seem like it's where people find God. If you need to go there to find yourself, some people need to do that. But I have said that to people. Like, this doesn't feel like it's going to be healthy.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
There are some things some mistakes we don't have to make to know that they're not going to turn out well.
Right. Yeah.
But, some people don't want to hear that. And that's where I go, okay, I'm still here with you. I have no judgment, but I don't think you're going to find God there.
Mm-hmm. I have a friend who was in a Bible study, and then that Bible study grew into a home church, and that home church grew into a cult, like a full-blown 100% cult. And she had lots of spiritual abuse, and she's walked away from all of it. She's like, I can't.
It makes sense.
It's too hurtful. I just can't. And she even can say, and she'll say, I'm okay with Jesus. Jesus and I are okay with each other, but I can't do it.
Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about, and I get it. It wasn't my experience, but I've experienced people like that. And there are some people I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, whatever, God bless them, but I don't want to be around for it. I can't, I can't.
What do you mean?
Well, I can see someone being like that with God because I can be like that with a person.
Right.
And, if their whole spiritual system was tied up into this thing that ended up imploding, here's the thing I will say about that. And this is one thing I've told, Shaylee, you've heard me say this before. There are some principles in spirit that just are. And the understanding of God is an expanding reality. The kingdom grows. And if something is shrinking in on itself, buckle up.
Yeah, it's shrunk it down around this one leader.
Yep. Yeah. And I go,
and that's not healthy.
Yeah.
Bail out. Because that is not the way God's kingdom works.
Right.
Like, God's wave of justice rolls outward. God's river of grace rolls outward. It's all just expanding
and moving. That almost gives you a picture of stagnation.
Oh, totally.
It's just stagnant around this one little pond, this little mud puddle.
Standing water isn't healthy.
No.
But that's the issue with the whole model of the Western church, is that we build it around usually a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then
anything, a personality. I know churches that are built around women.
Yeah. A couple, but the majority
when they fail, that's why it brings so many people down with them, because they've built it around the person and not around usually God.
It can also be, it can be the guy that becomes the idol, and it can also be a couple, and it can also be a system. It can be a family. Like, I'm sorry, babe, but I'm launching into this, but it's interesting to me. The first 2 commandments of the 10 Commandments is, you have no God except me. Okay? And don't make yourself an idol. So you can have God and still have an idol. And you start to bring in a third party anytime. Like, in a marriage. I see what
you're saying. Like, they're two separate. They can be separate.
They can. You can have this great marriage, but you bring in a third party, you're still married. And so it can be a system, it can be a family, it can be like, I see it. My area of study is narcissism, but narcissists don't allow another party. Like, it's me or it's anybody else, and they often become the third party between you and God. Like, oh yeah, I love this thing you have with God, but make sure it's through,
I'm the spiritual leader.
It checks out through me. Let's not, let's be careful. And
I've heard that one before. Let's be careful. I've heard that one. So, not to bring it back down to Charlie Kirk again, but I feel like what you're saying about the expanding, it was about him, but I feel like he was always trying to deflect it. Do you agree?
Well, yeah, and it seems to me like if what we're seeing is right. Charlie, he felt like he was right. And I think a person who's going to...
You have to.
But there was a flow. I mean, there was a dialogue. He wouldn't have liked for Jimmy Kimmel to be canceled, arguably.
No,
you know what I mean?
Not.
I mean, just in listening to some of the mentors that he's had, it seems like his faith was growing. And you know, we know a lot more when we're in our 20s. You know, I was a way better parent before I had kids. And then, so I think we have to, who knows what he would have been like in his 40s? Yeah. You know, we don't get to know.
No. It's so interesting, though. I mean, that, you know, you've heard, I think somebody even talked about it at his memorial service about when he was shot at, what is it, 12:23? Yeah. And then he died. And it's, if I be lifted up, the John 12:23 is, if I be lifted up, I will draw all men to me.
Oh,
and then
wow.
and then 12:24 is, unless the seed falls to the ground and dies, because then that's what causes the expansion. It causes. So it's so interesting. But I mean, I don't know, but I feel like we're seeing that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely expanding. It's like a bomb was dropped, and it is, you know, it's like a ripple effect.
It really is. There's a huge revival. I feel like
it
starts with decrease, though. I mean, you and I, when we first started working together, I mean, I was saying stuff like, well, maybe don't do less of that. Or, you know what, maybe just pray this. Like,
just bring it down.
It starts with subtraction. And we think, let's start with addition.
Yeah.
And
we need more voices.
Yeah. How about less? I mean, in the music business, what do they always tell us? Less. Shorten your song. Shorten your show. You know, which, by the way, I've told you this before, but the Honest Jesus music, I think it can tour, because it doesn't matter if the artist, like if you get 3 other writers and you jump in a car and you go, the hits aren't what's going to bring the people.
Right.
The honesty
it's
and the stories.
It's the story. So it's like you don't have to have this big mechanics thing behind it.
It almost would be inauthentic to the message of what you're doing to have a big production.
Right. Well, and I think especially because other cities don't do the writers round thing often. Like Nashville, it's kind of like, well, it's a writers round. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like other cities are like, what do you mean? Like you're sharing the stories behind your song? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's more of a exciting thing.
You would. I told you this. You'd have to be at all of them, but the cast of characters you bring wouldn't have to be.
That's kind of cool.
Like I could jump in one of them. You could take. You know what I mean? Just your friends. It's like, okay, we're doing.
Well, I'd also love it like to partner with like local, like writers in cities.
Yeah,
it'd be hard to figure out.
You'd have to really vet them and figure out hear their song first.
But I think churches.
You don't know what you're gonna get.
Churches would be awesome. Just like for a church to host Honest Jesus Music Night. I mean, I think people would come just to go, what are we doing?
Yeah, but it's sad Jesus music. Is it sad Jesus music?
No, it changed.
We called the round Honest just to like make it more broad.
I think I like honest better.
Yeah.
Sad sounds like there's no hope.
I know. That's the thing. People were confused by that. Sad was more like, it was a play. It was actually Chad, my producer, and I were joking because when we were like, we'd even just do my worship music, he would call me like sad Jesus music, like sad girl, because that's like a whole genre of music. And he was like, yeah, you're like worship sad girl music. And I was like,
worship
I
sad
am.
Girl.
And then it was a joke that started off and then became real.
I like honest Jesus music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I didn't like the other
I would host one of those here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Like,
that'd be fun.
we just have 30, 40 people in here and just see what, it's kind of a see what happens kind of thing.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah. Well, we could do it at Merity's.
Oh, yeah. Merity's would be great.
Were you at Hutch's birthday party at Merity's?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like
that
that
was
space.
fun. I know. We've talked about trying to do Friday Night Music Club at Merity's. We do a thing called Friday. I mean, you've been to it, but they don't know.
Yeah.
I know.
She's
I
one of the
want to do
singers in
another
it.
one because it's
I
so
know.
life-giving and fun.
We need to do. Oh, I'll check it. We need to do another one.
Well, I was hoping that he could sneak back there and check it and it wouldn't disrupt your podcast.
Oh,
Well,
it doesn't
Hey,
matter.
We're at
And nobody's listening anymore anyway.
You got it.
90 minutes. Should we?
Edit me out being
Holy
weird anyways.
crap. We're at 90
Look,
minutes?
Most podcasts are between an hour and 2 hours.
Oh, my God.
Joe Rogan's all afternoon.
I know, but that's Joe Rogan.
Listen, though, I tune in for all of Joe Rogan's.
Do you?
Oh, yes.
I do too. He's great.
And I like listen whenever, sometimes with y'all's podcast, which this is biased because I'm on this one, but I always will be like, when y'all are like, we got to wrap this up, I'm always like, do you?
Aw.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Because I like y'all. So,
That's
and
sweet.
most people that listen like y'all. So, like,
You
wanna
got to
hear
do a
y'all
good
talk.
rhythm there interviewing her. You need to do more of that.
I love interviewing
Yeah.
people.
yeah. Hey, you should ask her
To share your what?
like
Oh, no.
Instagram and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah, I
how
was
do people?
planning to.
Yeah.
Oh, how to
Yeah,
find
how
me?
do people find you and get a hold of your music?
Find me on the interwebs. It's at
That will-
Shaylee Simeone Music.
Can you spell Simeone?
Yeah.
Simeone?
SHAYLEESIMEONE. It's like someone, but with an I.
Oh, well.
That's the easy way to remember. I know.
Is it?
Is it?
That sounds very confusing.
I don't know. Shaylee Simeone Music is where I'm at.
And yeah, and you know what? Maybe we can get Drew, because Drew still
Produces this.
Still produce very
Okay.
loosely, but maybe we can actually get him to do a show note.
Oh, yeah.
That would be fun.
Well,
Okay.
your Instagram account is now
The gospel according to Jennifer.
So we could link.
It's so long.
We could link that.
Oh yeah. So whenever
I'm just still very upset that we did not fully discuss the summer I turned pretty, okay?
holy freaking crap! I totally forgot.
This is the whole reason I was here, and I feel lied
Yeah.
to and bamboozled by the Dibblers.
Maybe
Guys.
maybe we should have her as a recurring guest host.
Here's what I think. Let's end this, and maybe we'll do a little bonus episode about the summer I turned pretty.
Okay.
And then we can post
Just do
it
like a
somewhere
little
else. Just
15-minute
just a little baby one.
Okay, we need to do
Let's
that.
do that
Because I have to talk about
Okay, so
cooking.
what I'll do too is whenever I post little clips that Jeremy makes for the podcast, I'll link to you, and yeah,
tag me.
and then where's your music?
It is on all the streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music,
And it's called
YouTube.
Shaylee
Simeone.
Simeone. Simeone.
Simeone.
And you're married to a dentist. You're so lucky.
Ryan O'Neal. He's really cute. He'll fix your teeth.
I know. I want him to fix my teeth, but I don't have teeth budget.
Well,
We talked about
just
it.
be nice to him.
When you guys were over the other day, I'm like, okay, Ryan.
Listen,
Talk to me.
He likes you guys. He'll probably give you a deal.
Yeah, I know.
Just have him.
He doesn't like us that much.
Well, just have him be a guest. Just be like, we really want to hear you talk, Ryan, and he'll love that.
Well, you guys thought about buying our property, and I was like, if we do this
Trade
deal,
skis.
can we please get like free dental care?
Do you know how much he loves a good trade? Like every person we've ever done business with, he's always like, "Can I trade you for dental
What can
work?"
I barter for dental work?
Seriously, just figure
What?
out a barter.
There's nothing. I got nothing.
You have things.
No, I don't. I've got nothing
You
you
have
would
to
want.
just gather things around your house and be like, would you like some throw pillows?
Can I interest you in some guitars?
You'll find something. I
I
believe
have a
in you.
dog.
Oh God, please
dog
no.
and two
Please no.
chickens.
I do not need any more live
It's
animals
like
or
it's
things.
like a dowry.
No more live small things in my house.
More heartbeats for you to take care of. We lost Jeremy. He's gone.
We lost him.
He's peeing.
Oh, he's peeing.
Well, I'm surprised we don't hear it. Because you've been here before. And the bathroom is, you probably saw him go in it.
It's close, and I don't like it.
It's closed and very loud usually. It's like
And boys pee so loud.
so loud. They're so far away from the toilet.
Such
Anyway,
gravity.
Hutch, are you leaving? Okay. Bus calls at 5:30.
Oh,
I know. I was going to. Oh, are you? Well, don't leave before you hug me. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in.
thanks for having me, guys. This was fun. This is a
thanks
dream.
For coming, and we're going to talk about we're coming back with a bonus episode.
Okay.
A
Get
bony,
ready.
Just started that.
a bony ass episode.
Oh,
Hey, like, subscribe. Right?
Follow.
Isn't that what I'm supposed to say?
yeah.
Please do. Yeah.
Just do your bonus episode on the thing.
What?
Because people are
No,
Oh,
we'll crop it.
do like a bonus 30 minutes or.
Well, you're
15
saying like
minutes.
you can end here or you can continue
Yeah.
on if you're interested. Well, hang on. No, we need to pause because I got to say about Hutch.
Wait. I think it would be better
The
for
Gospel According to Jennifer and Jeremy Sean Dibler.
because of our family. I think we should cut it, and then she should just come back and be a recurring guest, and we'll talk about TV.
I realize, but we need to talk about this show.
But this is important because it's
specific.
just
Well, then
aired.
Sadie needs to sit in.
Sadie's here.
But we want to talk about Jeremiah and his cooking adventures and how much it does not make sense.
Sadie, the cacao bean and the raspberry coulis, whatever it is. All right.
You guys know
Thank
too much
you.
about
We
this.
need to talk about how his arc does not make sense.
It makes 0 sense. All right. See you next time.